Hi there, my name is Peter, and in this video I will present you my final version of my new game, Maua. In Maua, you're an African honey farmer trying to optimally plant flowers and hives together. And the player who does that best will be the winner of the game. Maua is a game for 1 to 4 persons. It lasts about 12 minutes per person, and it is playable from the age of 8 onwards.
Let's have a look at the components of the game. Maua comes with 6 market cups, a scoreboard and accessories, and optional cards for possible expansions. But the core of the game are the tiles. There are 5 colors of flowers and 40 hive tiles with 2 sides. The traditional hive versus the Langstroth hive, which is the black hive in this demo. Well, it's time to set up a game. Place the 6 market cups in the middle of the play area to form a mancala market. Then give each player 3 random flowers. Note each player must receive 3 different colors and players cannot have the same combination of flowers. In this example, a game is set up for 2 players. Then put the correct number of hives visible near the side of the mancala market. As there must be 10 hives per player in this setup, 20 hives would be needed. The hives can help players to know when the game is about to end. And then put the correct number of flower tiles into the bag. Per player, 6 flowers of each color should be put in the bag. Shuffle the tiles in the bag and fill the market cups. Each cup indicates what should be placed on it. For the A side, it's simple. On each cup there is 1 traditional hive and 3 flowers. So now you're ready to play the game. On their turn, players do 2 things. At the beginning of the day, they go to the market, and at the end of the day, they plant their tiles. So first, a player goes to the market. A player chooses a cup and empties it completely. Then, the player redistributes the tiles on the opposite cup. The tile in position 1 is placed in the next cup in clockwise order. The tile in position 2 in the cup after the next cup. And so on and so on. Note, a cup can only hold up to 6 tiles. So if a cup is full, it is skipped, and it may happen that 1 or more cups are empty after this redistribution. In that case, they must be immediately filled up, as we can see here. Look at the cup to see what needs to be added. For the A side, it's always 1 traditional hive in position 1 and 3 flowers in position 2, 3 and 4. Now the player is ready to plant the taken flowers in their flower fields. When planting, 2 restrictions apply. First of all, the player can only plant in 1 place at a time, so the player must plant all the tiles taken from the market together. Second, if the player already has flowers of a certain color in their flower field, the new flowers of that color must be planted adjacent to that color. Here you see 2 illustrations of incorrect plantings. In the left photo, the pink flowers are not adjacent to each other, and in the right photo, not all tiles are adjacent to each other. Fortunately, there is something to help, as hives facilitate pollination. This means they allow flower tiles to be connected diagonally. Here you see 2 illustrations of correct plantings. In the left photo, the beehive ensures that the yellow flowers are connected. And in the right photo, the hive ensures that all new flower tiles are connected. However, it may happen that the player cannot or does not want to plant certain tiles from the market. In that case, the player can take those tiles anyway, but set them aside, but they incur minus points. 1 tile is -1, 2 tiles is -4 points, 3 -9. You see, it's squared. Note, players can sometimes tactically choose to take minus points. That is okay, that is an option in this game. This has everything to do with scoring, so let's have a look at that. In Maua, points are scored at 2 moments. First, Points are scored whenever a traditional beehive is planted. When that happens, the flowers bordering the hive are looked at. All flowers of the adjacent colors are scored. In this example, the player scores 5 points, 3 for the pink flowers and 2 for the yellow flowers. But that is not all. At the end of the game, extra points are added. Players still have to subtract their minus points or their penalty points from their total, and in addition, it is checked who has pure honey. These are hives circled by 4 flowers of the same color. These hives yield pure honey and are worth 10 bonus points per hive. So in this example, you can see how a player still has 3 pure honeys extra and thus gets 30 bonus points.
And there you have it. These are the basic rules of the family game Maua. But maybe after a few games you feel you're in for tactical manipulation of the market or a deeper level of puzzling. Well, there are 2 adjustments that can easily be made.
First of all, players can choose to determine which tile goes into which cup themselves, instead of simply following the numbers on the cups, as long as one tile is put in every subsequent cup, of course. This already has a serious impact on the tactical depth of Maua. But there is more. The cups come with a B side. With this side, the more modern hives are introduced, the Langstroth hive. Although the traditional top bar hives remain popular in honey-producing countries like Kenya, the Langstroth hive is becoming more popular nowadays for mass production in Kenya and in its neighboring countries. Yet they are expensive for honey production. Anyways, in Maua, the Langstroth hive works like the traditional hive. So they allow diagonal connections between tiles, etc. But they only yield a score at the end of the game. At the end of the game, each player looks at each color of flowers to see how many Langstroth hives are connected to them. For each color, the winner gets the number of flowers of that color multiplied by the adjacent Langstroth hives in bonus points. So, here's an example. In this example, both players have 2 Langstroth hives adjacent to pink, but player A has 6 pink flowers while player B only has 4. Hence, player A scores 12 bonus points while player B only scores 8. Furthermore, player A has 1 Langstroth hive bordering orange and 2 bordering blue, while player B has only 1 bordering blue and none bordering orange. So, player A gets 2 extra bonus points for each blue flower and 1 for each orange flower. Player B, on the other hand, gets bonus points for white and yellow, because that player has more Langstroth hives over there.
Okay, that's everything about the base game of Maua. I really hope you like it. But to finish this video, I will discuss a few expansion options. They're optional, of course, but I can include them in the demo that I can send to you. Everything about the game is flexible anyway, and it can be adjusted to your liking.
As an expansion, different types of goal cards could be added to the base game. For example, players could receive a secret goal, and at the end of the game, they get 10 bonus points for each hive that connects the 2 colors of the flowers on the cards. Or another option, at the beginning of the game, special goals could also be laid out. For example, the number of players +1. As soon as a player in their flower field can replicate the pattern on the card, the player gets this special goal card. This card yields 20 points at the end of the game. And finally, also special tiles could be added. Crossbred flowers with multiple colors, mobile hives, helping hands. I'll explain those options on the website. Another idea could be like a player mat with on the A side just a grid in which to build or to plant, but on the B side maybe a grid with a few obstacles like rocks in the garden, but those ideas are all optional.
Well, that's it. I'm really excited that you've watched to the end of this video. Thanks for that. Hopefully your interest has been piqued to take a detailed look at Maua and to playtest it. Would you like more information? Do you have a question? Do you have feedback? Please send me an email. I'll also happily send the demo, or I can even come to a fair in your area to demonstrate the game live. Let me know what you think. Please, let's stay in touch. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.